Before we start this video, I want to give a big shout out to my KOG members of the month, Ryan McDonough, Blue Cat, Pablo Velasquez, and Run2127. You guys are all awesome, just saying. If you want your name here, consider hitting that join button for exclusive channel benefits. How's it going, guys? aRenG Live here, and today we got the new Mysterious Turbo Duelist or whatever coming over here. But basically, it's just Meklord Emperor Wisel. So this thing is here, and it's absolutely not good. Not bringing any good event cards or whatever. But I'll still go over them just because I still went to the effort of actually farming the guy and whatever. But I'm just saying it's kind of not worth. Tomorrow we are getting his other form or whatever, the actual guy. Let me know how it's pronounced, because I never finished 5Ds, but I think it's like Antinomy or something like that. Bruno, basically. He's coming, dude, he's coming. And yeah, hopefully he's bringing more rewards, different rewards, better rewards, because right now all we're getting is Dimension Fortress Weapon, which is okay if you're playing against like Neos Fusion. And it's the only real benefit of this card is I normal summon it and pass turn. Now my opponent can't use Neos Fusion. That's the only real thing I'm seeing from it. There's probably a few others, but I think that's the main thing. But the thing is, you still have to run this machine, level 4, 1700 beater. You don't get really much of a first turn because you're summoning this guy. So I don't know if it's worth it. It can be worth it if Neos becomes a bigger issue in the future, so keep that in mind. So I'd say it's still worth farming to get it, even though it's probably going to be easier to get easily accessible in the future. But yeah, you also got a rare card he's added that I think is at least a little bit better. This one is a Divergence, and it says once per chain, when an opponent's monster declares an attack that targets your machine-type monster. So think about in a whole machine deck. You can target one other machine-type monster you control and change the attack target to that target. So if you're using a full-on machine deck and you're using this trap card, it is a continuous trap, by the way. So you're using a lot of small boys and a lot of big boys. You can literally just have this card up and you'd be like, no. What do you think you're doing? You're not attacking my small boys. You're gonna be attacking the big ones. So that's why I think Divergence is pretty cool. But that's the only new card, and it's a rare, so it should be really easy to get. The only SR that he's bringing that's new is Dimension Fortress Weapon. The other ones are cards that I already have 9 copies of, 7 copies of, 8 copies of, and yeah, 4 copies of. So I have everything. I think Konami is like, whatever, let's just give them whatever for this event, and they don't care, dude. They don't care. But yeah, so that's why I'm just like, if you want any of these cards, then go ahead and try to farm them. But yeah, otherwise I'm like, I guess I'm trying to get this guy. But whatever, I did make a deck. Let's go ahead and look at it, even though you guys kind of see the name. But, whatever, let's still check out the deck. So here is the deck. We are using the Winged Dragon of Ra with our Cloudian Lads. I have tried a few different decks. I'm not kidding. This has probably been the hardest farm that I've done in a while. It is unnecessarily difficult. I don't know why. It's mainly because he summons his boss monster and he's able to negate a spell per turn. He has a trap that negates your monster effects. If you deal damage, he can blow up your whole board because his traps are absolute cancer. It's so annoying. So yeah, just expect that he's got like an answer for most things. In most of my attempts to farm him, he has shut me down on the very last turn. There have been like 3 farms with 3 different decks where I lose. So at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to try any vassal decks. Like, yeah, he'll shut me down way too hard. So at this point, I'm just like, screw it. We're getting rid of the whole vassal strategy. I said, we're going to go ahead and use Winged Dragon of Ra. That's fair. He can't negate Ra, so that's a good thing. And we're using our Cloudians. Why am I using Cloudians? Because Cloudians are able to, like, literally control the board. They sit on the board. They're unkillable if you can get your Sanctuary activated, because if he negates it over and over and over, you're kind of screwed. That's why I'm running 3 copies of Spirit Barrier, and that's why I'm making this a 22 card deck. So you are able to expend 8 counters or whatever and get a free draw. So you can use that to do some stuff. These 3 cards over here, Zeradias, you can actually use these to also thin out and search Sanctuary in the Sky. That's pretty cool. And honestly, it's not really that big of a deal because you are going to be using the Golden Ladybugs. As long as you use this Acid Cloud to destroy the annoying, obnoxious back row card that keeps negating my ladybugs, then you can stop him. You can pretty much put an end to his cancer. I'm also throwing in a Cloudy and Squall. You don't need to run this card, but I like using it. But you can get rid of it and then make it a 21 card deck. But I like Cloudy and Squall because it doesn't require me to summon any more clouds. I can literally just sit on them on the perfect amount of clouds and just mess up his stuff, discard his hand, pop a monster, pop a back row, and I can just keep messing him up, and I think that's really, really good. If I had 2, it would be better because that means every turn I could do it, but yeah, Cloudy and Squall is pretty cool to give all your fog monsters or all your clouds a fog counter. So that's pretty decent. I'm running the 3 ladybugs, and yeah, that's pretty much the deck, to be honest. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. You just summon a cloud, play one of these back rows, and you just stall until you draw your cards, and your life points should become really, really high. Without further ado, let's go ahead and just take this boy on, and let's see how we do. Alright, here he is. So Meklord Emperor Wisel, or Wisel, I actually don't know how to pronounce because, like I said, have not made it that far into actual 5Ds, dude. I made it to like episode 40-ish, and that's about it. Is this hand good? Yes, it is, because we have Spirit Barrier. I am using the skill Restart because I'm tired of getting really garbage hands. But yeah, it's not like it happens a lot, but it has happened. You really want to start with at least a Spirit Barrier or a field spell turn 1. It is also really annoying when he goes first and he summons his big guy on turn 1, and you're like, I guess I lose. But if you have Spirit Barrier, you should be fine because he can't stop traps. He can only stop, what is it, spells. So, yeah, I'm good. Right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and summon the Altus. I think Altus is not bad, because the other guys come out with all their counters. And his counters don't really matter. So, right here, I'm basically just passing. So, I don't know. Do you need to sit through all this stuff? I'm still going to let him attack me. I'm still going to let him do his thing. I'm going to activate this real quick. So, there you go. No damage. Get absolutely wrecked. Now I'm going to just keep drawing. Hey, more monsters to summon. That's pretty cool. I'm going to pop his back row, like, immediately. Because, like I said, I don't trust him. I don't like him having things. We're already at 7 counters, and that's pretty cool. And as long as he doesn't summon his Meklord boss, I don't have to worry as much about his stuff. But here it is, Infinity Force. I hate this card. It's really annoying. It says when you take battle, or when he would take battle damage, while you control a Meklord Emperor monster, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. His cards are absolutely busted. It is really obnoxious how good his stuff is. Especially because, like, I'm trying to find a consistent farm, because if he gets to 8 counters, he can probably just, like, pop my stuff. That's why it's a little bit difficult. But, hey, Ladybug heals. It looks like we pretty much have the standard combo here. I'm kind of liking it. So, I'm going to go ahead and summon Altus. Altus is going to have a few counters on his own. I don't have to worry about using Cirrus Stratus yet. I like saving Cirrus Stratus for when he actually has his, like, annoying monster. So, we're going to go ahead and get rid of 3 counters right here. Get a card milled, get that thing in the grave, because why not? Wisel Carrier is gone. I also am going to use the ability to draw, so I was already forgetting. You got to keep that in mind. You got to get that draw. Those draws are free. I was using this deck with the skill Fairy Smile, so you would gain 1,000 life points every whatever. Oh yeah, but he destroys his stuff, so that's fine. So he's finally got his big boy. That's a good thing now. Trust me, that's a good. Not for my field spell, because let's see if he's got his card. All right, let's see. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't have the negation card. That's perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of our Acid Cloud. So I'm gonna summon my Cirrus Stratus. Now, some could argue that you don't want to run Cirrus Stratus in this deck because you destroy his stuff and he can just piggyback off of your effects. Which, yes, that is true, but I hate Wisel. I hate him so much. I need to get rid of him. So yeah, that's why I'm just like, you know what, screw that card. Now I can play Sanctuary in the Sky. Now I'm happy. Now I'm feeling good. Alright, so there we go. We've done that. I can go ahead and pass turn now. I'm feeling really good now. Don't just say alright. Why turn away? You're right. Here is love. Day and night.
same at all. As you advance yourself, night and
Alright. And it's time for the final turn. We're just going to get the last heals. As you guys can see from that whole speed up thing, it's all about controlling the board. That's all you really have to do. Just pop his back row, pop his monsters, get rid of everything in his hand. It's very important. So you just don't want him to have things. But yeah, and you got to use them draws when you can. Or at least when they're available. Because yeah, look at his deck. He's got one card left. Very, very dangerous. Very, very risky situation. I'm going to go ahead and finish things off by using Suru Stratus, popping his final monster, getting that thing out of here. If he had a back row, if he had things in hand, I would have also gotten rid of those as well with my other monsters. But yeah, it's good. I'm just going to go ahead and finish the whole game, summon my Ra over here, and just kind of say goodbye to my opponent. It feels nice to officially farm him successfully because, oh my goodness, he was so annoying. If I really want to, I could flex on him and be like, hey, I'm going to use 2 counters or 4 counters to boost up Raw because why not, dude? But yeah, dude, I think that's pretty much that. Let's go ahead and finish this boy off. Look at that. We got rid of every single card of his except for that last one in his deck. Only one Master faster. Let's go ahead and check on that score. Alright, so let's see what we got. Like I said, 9,100, and hey, I got my second copy of Dimension Fortress weapon. So yeah, keep an eye on the other guy who's going to be showing up tomorrow. Apparently he's going to bring some TG support, which I think is going to be a little bit better, but it's still not going to be like the best TG support. That's going to be dropped in probably a main box, so just expect that. But whatever, that's pretty much it. Let me know how this farm is working for you guys. Also, let me know if he, like, turn 1 summons the obnoxious Meklord and then says no to all of your Sanctuary in the Skies like he did to me. And there's just no way around it, dude. It's just like, oh my goodness, you're so annoying. But yeah, that's why you gotta run 3 copies of the trap. So good luck, guys. That's all I gotta say. Hopefully he's not gonna be as annoying for you guys, or maybe you guys find a more consistent, easier farm that's not so like slow. But whatever, that's pretty much that. And if you guys enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like, share, and subscribe for more Duel Links shenanigans. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today. Have a great day, and see ya.